Can 100 strangers find the hottest person?
100 people together, and one of them believes they're the hottest person here.
The thought of staying
This shit
makes me
about to be
wanna throw up,
funny.
but the thought of leaving also makes me want to throw up.
We need 9 more people to leave.
Nah.
You guys voted on a poll that ranked these people from least attractive to most attractive. It's their job to figure out who is placed on top. Let's see if they can find the one. Are you guys ready?
This one person out of 100, I'm
So for the first round, we're asking the people who believe they're the 10 least attractive people in the circle to leave.
Damn!
You guys have 5 minutes to discuss this. Have fun.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of tough.
I think people need to be real.
She needs to get the fuck out!
I feel like people are gonna be so stubborn.
Probably bad hygiene. I'm gonna say that. Bad. Yeah.
I think she went.
I can't have that. Yeah.
But if people find me unattractive, I don't care. I didn't enter a beauty contest.
I think beauty is so subjective and like everyone views themselves so differently.
Growing up, I didn't feel that attractive. You know, I was kind of on the nerdy side, but I feel like as puberty hit and as I aged, a lot of peers and interactions from people kind of gave me that confidence boost.
What do you guys think? Are you attractive?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you in the top 90?
Top 90, yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Top
Yes.
90.
Yes, I'd say so. I care less about the way I look as I get older.
Yeah.
And I think in society, people that are older aren't considered as attractive. I think it is kind of an oddity to think of somebody that's attractive in their late 50s or early 60s and even into their 70s.
Face cards, everyone. Face cards. Let me see what you look like.
Do you think you're in the top 90?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe so.
Everyone here.
I feel like I can make top 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then things might get sticky.
Yeah, it gets a little
It
sticky.
gets a little dicier.
I have body dysmorphia and not knowing what I look like most of the time. So I don't know how other people would perceive me because I don't perceive myself at all.
Like sometimes even your own family may make you feel ugly, especially like growing up in a Hispanic family because my mother's Puerto Rican and they like to nitpick on you so much. But then I just learned how to grow out of that.
Yeah, you really have to just like
should definitely make
not
you
listen to
strong
what
for
other
life.
people think and just, I don't know, it has to be like an inner voice inside of you that like no one can change no matter what anyone else says.
My people. Please leave the circle if you believe you are one of the 10 least attractive people here. In 3, 2, 1.
I knew I was going to be that top spot. So it was
my
me
God,
kind of being in
man.
control of the outcome. Perceiving myself in the world has been like really the biggest struggle for me. So it was my way of being in control. Like I'm just going to take myself out now so that I won't have to go through the stages.
I'm gonna hand you a card, and in the card is the number you got on the poll.
Oh. Got like 10. Damn! Boy, yeah, 8 out of 10. Oh, I thought that was her number in this shit. No way she's crying out of
I wasn't
random
expecting it
hate, though.
because it is something that I do struggle with. And knowing that there were like a lot of people rating, I just automatically know like it's just me in my head like, oh, they're gonna rate me way different than they did. So this is like an eye opener for me. It's something I do struggle with.
Okay, so only one person thinks they're the least attractive. We have to have 10 people leave, so we need 9 more people to leave.
It's at this point, it's just like, would you want? That's like, y'all ever see the meme where it's like, oh, I'm so ugly.
This is really up, honestly. People compare you. This is really up.
Good.
Now it's time for the second round. You should only remain in the circle if you believe you're in the top 50. So take some time to discuss this, and then you will leave.
Like, I can think someone's like gorgeous, and someone else can think, oh, they're okay. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, that is true. Beauty is subjective.
I feel like I can look at myself on different days and like see a completely
But at the
different
same
person.
time, everybody know what they know.
Really?
Bro, you're not getting attracted to the fat girl. Like, let's be real. If your face
Is it
looks
because
fat,
maybe you don't like put yourself out there,
you know what
or
I'm saying?
What are you thinking right now? You feel like you're in the top, or?
Hell no.
Maybe middle top. I think energy can carry a lot, and also just like.
Does it say energy?
I'm
Person, does it
not
say
nervous, but I'm
100
curious to
stages
see
form
how the top will
energetic?
look,
Most
diversity
energetic person?
levels. Because I mean, everyone has underscored
Hey,
biases,
let's
subconscious
be
biases.
real.
I feel like people are starting to get anxious, antsy, you know.
Totally. Tension is rising.
It really is.
I used to have like really terrible acne, like in high school, and then like it was probably my senior year. This kind of magically all went away.
Well, I think that it's just all about how you present yourself. You know, people who exude self-confidence and smile, you know, are more attractive essentially than people who just look good but then can't present themselves.
No, we're definitely top 50 for sure.
No, the girl with all the tattoos left, and her and I would have. No, we literally. She's so hot. No, mommy. It's a cruel.
It doesn't need to be hard.
So now, if you don't believe you're in the top 50 most attractive people, please leave the circle. In 3, 2, 1.
You leave before anybody that shit.
Okay.
Be lying. Okay. Niggas gotta read them.
So 40 people do have to leave. 40 people do have to leave. Okay. And I still think more people are gonna have to leave. It's just a numbers game right now. Since not enough people are leaving, I'm gonna have to pair people up, and you'll decide amongst yourselves who will leave the circle. Okay, you two, you two, you two, you two. You? I'm not like, okay, you two, you two, you two.
Talking about it, it was kind of hard because you have to be not only humble but honest, self-aware, and you know, just a lot of hard decisions that a lot of people made to exit out.
It's time to decide who's gonna leave. So, with the person who decided they were less attractive, please leave the circle now.
Welcome back.
Damn nigga left.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a 4, and this is out of 10. And I honestly don't mind the score.
Got a 9. I feel like it's kind of high, you know, I guess.
Your insecurities eventually fade, but what makes you look better is something you are still aware of, I think. And I think that if anything, it may even be feedback that I probably should spend a little more time on fitness.
I mean, I would have put myself like 8, maybe.
May have to consider dyeing my hair someday. I feel that as long as I think I'm attractive, I'm gonna be confident.
Now we're cutting down to the last 10 people. So please only remain in the circle if you believe you're in the top 10. So go ahead and talk about it, and then you will step out soon.
Do you think I'm in the top 10? I think you are. Do you think I am?
Really?
Yeah.
I think you are.
Should I? Yeah, you are.
Top 10. No, but I think you are. I think this is the time
Yo!
to tell people
She's still in the circle at all, bro.
how it is if they're
I
really
just want to see her
attractive.
number. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see her number. I ain't gonna lie. Not her phone number. The number that they rated her.
Right now, or like just overall, it'd probably be a mix of both. So if you have a little bit of both, it's probably gonna
like looks and a good personality.
Top 10.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
Can I say something? Yeah. Okay, I've been having conversations with so many people, and everyone's saying,
She got it. She definitely got it. Nah, I know
So
she
now
would.
we're
I
going
know
to
she
pare it down to the top 10. And remember that people in an online poll
that's
voted
it.
for you. So only stay in if you thought you would be in the top 10% of those people. Please
Damn.
leave in 3, 2, 1.
Dark ass nigga.
Only one of you was voted the most attractive in this attractiveness poll. So we're gonna go around the circle, and I want you to explain who you think it
Let's
is.
be real though.
For thinking in terms of the poll, I think it's one of the girls, probably Nandi. In my opinion, she just fits like the American Beauty standard.
I would think Maddie is the top female, and then I think Gavin would be the top male.
I definitely have to agree. Gavin is top guy for sure, and Nandi is a top female.
It would be Gavin, Haley, and Isabella.
Nandi and Gavin fit the model look, I think, of Nandi or Haley for sure.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, it's maybe not unanimous, but like, I mean, even before it got down to these numbers, it sort of looks like light is following you. Like, you're very pretty. Like, I think it's probably gonna be you. Yeah.
Gavin and Kiz, y'all are very
Yo,
beautiful.
there's no
Nandi,
way
I saw
she
her
made it
earlier,
to
and
the-
I was like, oh,
made it to the
she's like, before anything, I was like, oh, for sure, her.
Gavin probably for the male, and for the girl, Naomi. And I know we're not basing that.
Niggas love to change shit and do some
Just off of
stupid
personality,
shit.
but like you just have this like joy about you that I really appreciate. So that's fun, YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He does.
It seems like you
Yes.
guys were talking between Gavin and Nandi. So if you think it's Gavin right now, raise your hand.
Joe, like, let's be for real. Top
And if you
10,
think it's
like,
Nandi,
come
raise
on,
your
man.
hand.
Like, come on, gang.
And who thinks it's me? No. Sorry. It's time to leave the circle and find out if Nandi is the one.
Oh my god. Like, how do I tell you, gang? Like, how do I tell you, gang?
I know I was gonna cry.
I've been put on a pedestal of hatred my whole life. Being black in America, I've had a lot of interactions online with people, and I kind of really don't care how people perceive me.
The idea of people perceiving me is just so weird.
And this number doesn't
I
really validate or
guarantee
invalidate
y'all
anything about
fucking
me.
lying,
I'm
bro.
very much me, and I love myself, and I can get it at home anyway. My boy thinks I'm a 10.
If the light turns green, you're the one. If the light turns
Like, how do I
red,
tell you, gang?
you're not
Like,
the
how do I
one.
tell you, gang?
Good luck.
Light change in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Nandi, how do you feel now that you're the one?
I am honestly in shock right now. Everyone that I met today is honestly so beautiful inside and out. I model full time, so I'm always told about things that I can improve on or things that could help me look better. So hearing that I am the one is honestly just crazy to me, and I don't know, it makes me feel kind of emotional. I don't know why, but thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been The One.